ACAA, I think you please respect the field boundaries for the entirety of the game and respect the players and officials during the game. Inappropriate language or inappropriate behavior may result in ejection from the game.
Live from the Halifax Mainland Commons, this is the ACAA Men's Soccer Final here on ACAA TV. It features a battle of 1 versus 2. The number 1 seed Holland College Hurricanes wearing their maroon jerseys taking on the St. Thomas Tommies in the white. Hi everybody, Dan Hobson, delighted to bring this final game of the championships to you here online. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you're watching here. And of course, let's run through those starting lineups as the teams sort of have a little feeling out process in the early stages here of our men's championship final. Brandon Lund in between the pipes there for the Holland College Hurricanes. Theo Nezahayo, Connor Keith, Ibu Okuwolu, Bobby Gamba, Alex Lorenzo, Harrison Ellison, Alec Ayatro, Andrew Hendry, Tegan Meisner, and Shunsei Kobayashi. The starters here for the Holland College Hurricanes, and for the St. Thomas Tommies, George Samas in between the pipes this season, Kyle Yearwood, Jeff Mullen, Philip Schwintek, David Ifeong, Alex Soule, James Russell, John Hunter, Ryan McKinnon, Jetley Jardine, and Eric Pryor wrap up the starters there for the St. Thomas Tommies. And we're underway as we are just into the opening ticks here in this one. Holland College Hurricanes, of course, advancing with a pretty well an easy, convincing 6-0 win over Mount St. Vincent University in the semis yesterday. St. Thomas defeated Kings Blue Devils by a score of 3-2 to punch their ticket here to the final here. If there's any consolation, both of these teams will be representing the ACAA at the Nationals. They're being held in Charlottetown. But, of course, a win here will help them with a good seeding there, as opposed to maybe getting one of the bottom seedings and facing one of the top 2 or top 3 teams in the regular season, of course, in the seeding process. And those can be very hard there for a team that's maybe in the 8th or 9th or 10th in the rankings, taking on the number 1, 2, or 3. So that's what, of course, is up for grabs. So, definitely both of these teams are trying to set themselves to maybe try to stay away from some of those really top teams in the tier. Of course, Holland, one of the top teams in the CCAA as well as the ACAA, so they're just basically trying to make sure they can punch their ticket. And what's up for grabs for them here in this championship? Men's championship, Holland looking for their 4th straight in men's soccer, and their 8th since 2009. STU is looking to end an 18-year drought. Last won the ACAA Men's Soccer Championships back in 2000, so that's what's in store for them. For the STU women Tommies, had a little bit of a disappointment as they lost the championship to MSVU, the undefeated season, and unable to come away with the win earlier. So STU Tommies men's here trying to make it a split here and try to win a championship, but standing in the way of that task is a very gave and determined and a solid soccer program named the Holland College Hurricanes. But hey, look at this. St. Thomas with the first corner kick of the game. It's in the box, and look at that coming out to make the save. Brandon Lund climbs the ladder to come up with it. And we saw yesterday that he's pretty well one of these leaders there for them. And so he's intense, and he takes the leadership role very seriously. Speaking of seriously, here's a good chance. Nezahayo down the wing, trying to get around Mullen there. So Thomas will snuff that out, and here they come. Ifeong will go over to the wing there and trying to hit Jardine, who had 3 goals in the regular season and a pretty good game yesterday in their win against UKC. Into touch here. Quickly played. And of course, when you get into this sort of situation, the weather is a factor, but things have dried off, and it may be foggy, but it's foggy and it's warm. Temperature right around the double teens as we get underway here in this one. Kobayashi, boy, he had a fantastic year, won some awards, Player of the Year in the men's ACAA. There's a strike, and it goes high over the net. And Tomas did not really do anything, just jumped just to make sure that it did sail over the crossbar and out for the goal kick. Of course, sometimes this weekend we sit back and predict or maybe think how the game is going to play out. Both of these teams have done very well offensively in the regular season. 37 goals for the Holland College Hurricanes. First in the ACAA, and the St. Thomas Tommies not too shabby at all for goals scored, 22, third in the ACAA. So have a tendency maybe to possibly see a lot of goals here in this one. It remains to be seen, but that's what could be in store for both of these teams, and maybe a couple of players to keep an eye out. Definitely, of course, as Nezahayo had 4 goals in the regular season. He wears number 3 for them, and he's from Rwanda, takes human resource management at Holland College. And of course, David Effiong out of Oman, he's a striker in his second year. He was the top scorer for the St. Thomas Tommies. He'll be wearing number 9, 8 goals this season. He's also got the brightest shoes right now as he's wearing those salmon shoes, orange shoes, cleats. Throw in coming up. Was really impressed here with this gentleman's play yesterday, the fullback out of Burlington, Ontario, Harrison Ellison there. Goal in the regular season. Really solid play yesterday. That's in the touch once again. Sule out of New Hampshire, an American on this team. They hit him up. Ball on the far side. Nice little work there by St. Thomas, make sure to not get the handball, and of course we called for the foul, so play will continue on. There's a big boot there by Yearwood, the CCA All-Canadian, first team All-Star. And we have our first injuries down on the play is Ebe Okuolu, trying to shake off an injury here, and of course Okuolu out of Nigeria. In his third year. He's taking sport and leisure management over at Holland College and was down for a bit, seems to be shaking it off and is okay, and referees check on him, and we'll get play started back underway in just a couple moments as you see the kick here by Brandon Lund. He's had a busy year, Been in net for all 12 games this season with goals against average of 1.08. So Moss has a pretty good goals against average too of 0.77, so when we may be thinking we see offense, the goaltenders may have something to say about that. With goaltending that stellar, it's going to be a real tough shot and almost a perfect shot to beat some of these goaltenders. Of course, Moss out of Toronto, Ontario. Lund playing for the home province college. He's from Montague, Prince Edward Island. Ellison, lead pass, trying to hit Meisner. Meisner had a fantastic game yesterday. Also had a fantastic season in his first year with MSVU. Lund coming out, and he just squares it through the corner. And Jatley Jardine, 3 goals from Bloomingfield Ridge, New Brunswick. Looking for a dangerous chance there, but Lund sends it in for a corner. Second corner of the game here for the St. Thomas Tommies out of Fredericton, New Brunswick. Kick is up. It's in the box, and it's punched out by Lund, but not far enough. There's the header there by Hunter, and it goes over the crossbar well out. But Lund tried to punch it out, but it was unsuccessful. Actually popped it more into the air, and Hunter was trying to go for the header there out of Fredericton, playing for the hometown university. Unsuccessful. Goal kick, and quickly Holland playing it. Okuowu, who was injured a couple seconds ago, seems to be okay. Ellison. Lead ball up ahead. They're trying to hit Andrew Hendry out of St. George, New Brunswick. They'll try again. Gamba, first team All-Star, 5'11". St. John's, Newfoundland, Labrador native. Play continuing on. Connor Keith. They'll send it in the middle here to Kobayashi. Kobayashi sends it in. Tomas comes out and slides and comes up with the ball before Hendry can get his foot on it and put it into a big open cage. And he gets a appreciation from the crowd here at Mainland Commons. There's a big boot, and it goes and hits the garbage cans close to the benches. Throw in for Holland. Kobayashi. There's a nice little fight there and a challenge, and St. Thomas will come up with the ball. A lot of hard work there done, but at the end of the day, they don't get really much in terms of a dangerous scoring chance. As Ohio will send it back to Gamba, pardon me. Gamba, lead ball, trying to break. Lorenzo there, fakes there. He's being guarded there by Pryor. Lorenzo running out of room. Will be a goal kick. Boy, you couldn't defend any better if your Pryor right there really shut the door and didn't allow the cross to even happen and ran out of room and put the ball out of bounds. And good one-on-one challenge here. John Hunter, strong game yesterday. First team All-Star, pardon me. Go into touch into the stands here as you see the Hall College Hurricanes ladies team here supporting with the Thundersticks and Bam Bams, whatever you want to call them. Cheering on the Hurricanes. Okuowu. Keith into the 18-yard box. Hunter right there along the 18-yard box line with the header out of harm's way for the momentary. For right now, Lou Lorenzo might have got away with a tackle, but anyway, Stu will come up with it, and here they come. Trying to break it out. They're trying to get it to Ifeong a little bit too far. Lund well out there to boot it upfield. In-state call, going quick end to end. Meisner, offside call. In behind the D. Take a look there at James Hill, the second team All-Star to Rossay, New Brunswick, number 7 there in his 4th season. And Ryan McKinnon, a rookie here out of Fredericton, getting ready. Was going to do the kick here, but it will be Hunter that takes it. Now McKinnon will get the pass there from Hunter. Up to the middle, just a quick little tap there by Russell back. Too far for Pryor. And off a Holland defender, it'll stay with Stu. Both teams looking for a foul there, nothing forthcoming. Of course, the officials there, the referees are Ben Hoskins, Shan Choi, and Tony McCormick. Both teams wanting a call. They get one now, but the previous play, nothing forthcoming. Free kick, Holland College Hurricanes. About 10 meters shy of the midfield mark. Iatro to take the kick. Come towards the near sideline and push the camera location. College Hurricanes, as you see, showing their support. Into touch here for Stu. Set it up, there's a 50-50 ball. Ellison there, using his noggin. Almost a close one over the back there as Ellison went high over Sule. Height advantage. Iatro. Kobayashi trying to spin away from some defenders here. Bobby Gamba in his first year. Pretty successful season, I'd say. 3 goals in the regular season here for him. A couple of people didn't really like the call that time. It will be Stu with the throw in. Boy, coming up there was Okuowu looking for a loose ball, but Yearwood had to react quickly. Had a lead ball there for Jardine. Jardine trying to chase it down. Jardine trying to go wide there now, and Connor Keith. Keith takes him down. A little bit of a push. Play continues on. Clean tackle. Nothing forthcoming. Goal kick. I like the intensity. And of course, the fans are intense as well here on a foggy but warm Sunday afternoon from Halifax Mainland Commons. Gotta like the ACAA chances of winning a coming with a good results at the Nationals, of course, in Holland. Both these teams going. Especially this Holland program. They have been strong for the last few years. There's a cross by Lorenzo, and that's blocked by Pryor. Pryor trying to go for the tackle, unsuccessful. Lorenzo jumped over it, trying to get the shot. Connor Keith will send it back there. Okuwowu. Oh, he makes a couple of nice moves. Okuwowu trying to cut, just very shy, and Yearwood goes down for the great of the cause and gets Effion going. Oh, he goes wide. Pretty well breaks the ankles of Iatro. Effion will put the brakes on after making a couple of nice moves. There's a cross towards the middle, hits Hunter. Hunter outside the 18, and Okuwowu getting there. He's all over the field here for Holland College Hurricanes. There's Nezahayo there going down, trying to prevent the scoring chance. That goes off the shin guard, Yearwood. And trying to get going once again was James Russell, and it's cleared out. Lorenzo and Pryor come together. Lorenzo now. Lead ball up ahead, trying to get Tegan Meisner, second in the regular season in goals here for the Holland College Hurricanes. Looking for some help, it finally comes, but it'll be the Tommies that get possession and send it to the sideline. And back they come. They'll send Russell now. Being guarded there by Connor Keith. Not much going. He'll pass it back into the 18-yard box, headed there by Allison. Right to Nezahayo. For some help, lead ball. Henry catches up to it. Being guarded there by James Hill, right along the sideline. Breaks through, and Hunter quickly back, showing why he won some awards there Friday night as he got there and put it into touch. Nice hustle there by John Hunter. Said he's out of Fredericton. And he had one goal in the regular season, but he's known more really for his great defensive play. That showed there. One-on-one, he wasn't even in the screen, and then he just turned on the Jets and put it out of bounds. And leads to a throw in here by Ellison and the Holland College Hurricanes in the box. Rolling around, it's in! Goal! Bobby Gamba! Hurricanes with their thunder sticks, and you see them supporting as Gamba puts it in to make it 1-0. Gamba, 3 goals in the regular season, his first year at the playoffs. And you can hear the Hurricanes as they start to make some noise here at the Mainland Commons. Goal in the early part of the first half by Gamba. But Stu trying to strike quick. They're looking for a call. Stu coming back. Shot from well out right on. Lund, not sure if he needed to go to the ground or not. Maybe he might have slipped, as I say. The surface is a little bit slippery at times. But, of course, that also makes the ball a little bit wet, too. So you got to make sure you not take any chances. Foul called. Free kick, Holland. Everything going Holland's way right now so far in the match. Looked like Ellison was going to take it, but they've changed their mind now with Eve Okuwowu. Third-year midfielder will take it. As we take a look at Albert Roche, the athletic director at Holland College. Son, of course, active in curling. He's at the Junior Curling Championships. Of course, he was a member of the Nova Scotia team last year. Looking on, liking the results so far. Of course, there's not much rest for some of these athletic directors. Of course, they put on these championships. The ACAA, everybody gets together and making sure the championships are done and have everything for all the teams to participate and everything that they need. So the athletic directors put the soccer season away, and then next thing you know, volleyball and basketball will get underway. Volleyball started this weekend. The games are 3-0 win over the Dalhousie Rams, so Lori Beth Dwyer's got that team cooking with gas once again. Of course, you have a chance to watch their action on ACAA TV as well throughout the regular season. So if you want to see some volleyball action and some basketball action, ACAA TV is the place to be. And you can go to ACAA website to find that out. Back we go with a little bit of speed. And whistle blown down, and Russell was wondering why I was going all by myself. And free kick assessed. Out of bounds, and it will be the throw in here for Holland, up by 1. There is the goal scorer, Gamba. Okuowu. Iatro. Getting in behind almost was Hendry there. Kobayashi with a touch, trying to get it towards the corner to Lorenzo. He crosses, nobody there. Ellison just outside the 18-yard box. Nezahayo didn't miss by much, did he, with the left foot? From distance, just by about a foot or more. Not much. Put it over the crossbar. Hunter being guarded there by Tristan Meisner of the Charlottetown Prince Edward Island. Into touch again. Holland ball here. As Ellison's going to take this time to readjust the equipment, get his cleats all ready. Gamba has all kinds of room and time. We'll send it to Iatro. Iatro out of Halifax in his 3rd season. Keith was looking for Lorenzo. Lorenzo playing for the local university as well. Takes automotive technology at Holland College. He's in his 2nd year out of Stratford, Prince Edward Island. Yearwood. Soule. Hill under, palms down, looking for somebody to pass it to, had nothing going. They calmly break it out, picked off, kicked right back where it came home by Atro. There's a collision there as Meisner and Hunter come together. And throw in here for Holland. There's the header there by Soule. Right to Nezahayo. Was trying to hit Ellison, picked off. Ifeon trying to go to the races. Gamble will kick it back to Lund. So not much of a dangerous rush that time. They were kind of hoping for something bigger from Ifeon, but it didn't come to surface. Iatro, there's the header there by Yearwood. Can Ifeon catch up to it? Ifeon gets a shot, rolling, but didn't get it all with it, but it was enough there that it was definitely within the danger zone just outside of the goal box there for Stu. The 6-meter box. Long had to go down and made the stop. Allison up to Henry. Henry well defended there by Roche, New Brunswick's own James Hill, 2nd team All-Star. Look there to Coach Morrison of the women's program. Was kind of hoping for a better result, but didn't play too bad a game against MSVU because of FVU went on to be the eventual women's champions. Zamas. Let's see, directing traffic. It's a nice ball down the field there, but thought it might go by everybody. Effiong gets his head on it, looking for Jardine. Can he be successful to get to it? No, goes into touch for Holland. Connor Keith out of Kingston, Nova Scotia, down the Annapolis Valley Way in his second year. Also taking sport and leisure management. Valley turning into a soccer hotbed these days, indoor facilities. Of course, we're next door where this field is. Indoor facility here, so beautiful facility if you have a chance to go into it. All kinds of soccer fields set up there. There's a long ball. Hunter with the head. Eldon trying to knock it down. Yearwood, difficulty. The other three takes off over. That's Nezahayo. Big high ball. Once again, Hill with the header. Nezahayo following up there for Holland College Hurricanes. Foul against the Hurricanes. Substitution coming up here is going to the bench early. Here is St. Thomas. They're going to bring into the game Hassan Youssef, who had 2 goals in the regular season from Fredericton, New Brunswick, going to be coming in for David Effiong. Well, you know, basically that they do need some offense here. As Coach Morrison going to the bench here, trying to maybe change a little bit of the momentum and try to get Youssef some touches here. He's a 4th year, so he's a veteran to this ACAA in his 4th season, of course, as I mentioned, out of Fredericton, and of course, as I said, 2 goals in the regular season. Foot race on. Can Yearwood get there? It's a little bump there from Meisner. It'll stay goalkeeper ball for St. Thomas. There's the Holland College Hurricanes soccer team. Of course, they say they would have loved to be in the championship game, but they're here supporting their boys. Sending the little bit of a hello there via the internet.
In for number 9, David Effiong.
Definitely, of course, a good day for soccer there. Temperatures in the high teens, as we mentioned, the lead ball. They're trying to break loose Henry. St. Thomas there closes the door on that chance. Under difficulty. Tristan Meisner was in behind. Was looking for a loose ball, trying to pick his pocket. Into touch again. All kinds of time and room once again, so they'll hand it back to Gamba. Iatro. Keith. Lorenzo is a crisp passing here by Holland, but just like that, cleared out of harm's way there by Ryan McKinnon. And throw in coming up here for Holland. As we take a look at Jonathan Voss, the head coach, in the background there. Close to the garbage can. So far, liking the results. Kobayashi. Even though that Holland's doing very well in this game, not a lot of touches there for Kobayashi here so far in the game. Men's Player of the Year. At 20 points overall in the regular season. 3 goals yesterday in the semi-final victory over NSVU, number 18, Shunye Kobayashi. Andrew Henry there. Hill's been pretty solid there for St. Thomas in this one, hasn't he? Well, doing a great job defending. That time defending was Jeff Mullen out of Kentville in his 2nd year. They'll switch sides and take it over there to Iatro. The long ball headed up there by McKinnon. Oh, that was almost a big collision. Probably hear the sound effects of that one. A couple players trying to kick the ball at the same time, so luckily nobody injured, luckily that time there for both teams. Gamba happy to send it to the cross pitch there to Iatro. Ohio. Actually, pardon me, Oklahoma. Ellison there. A little bit of pressure. We'll send it back to Lund. Lund has all kinds of time. No white jerseys in his face. To Ellison. Tic-tac-toe passing here by Holland College Hurricanes. But Hunter once again gets and uses his body for the good of the cause. Youssef trying to track it down. Didn't see Youssef yesterday in their semifinals, but you can see he's got some giddy up, doesn't he? Iatro. Gambo, the goal scorer. Ellison. And Gambo now. As they play keep away with the St. Thomas Tommies here. First half of this 1-0 lead there for the Hurricanes over the St. Thomas Tommies in the ACAA men's soccer final from Halifax. Hunter once again. So it's Pryor, my apologies. Oh, collision there, and feeling the worst of that is Jardine. Holland called for the foul. Jardine trying to get those stars that you see when you have a little slight collision. Make them go away. John Hunter. As soon as he booted it up, it was sent right back down quickly by Holland. He chases it down. Samas outside of the 18-yard box by about 10 meters. Sends it downfield. Lorenzo tried to jump up with the header, not successful. James Russell. And another into touch for St. Thomas. Pryor, pretty good game yesterday. Scored a lone goal in the semis yesterday against UKC. 1-0 win for St. Thomas in the semifinal. He's out of Ontario, or from Ontario, in his 4th year. Touch again. Take a look at some of the volunteers that, of course, have made this tournament very successful here for MSVU. They're hosting this. Women's program won their championship. Fantastic job all around. June Lumsden and crew. Fantastic job with the tournament. So if we don't get a chance to say thank you or kudos to everybody involved with the tournament committee, we might as well do that now. Thanks to June Lumsden and everybody from MSVU for making us feel a warm welcome. Fantastic championships, and I think it was enjoyed by all. Tackle there, nothing doing there, says the officials Hoskins, Choi, and McCormick. Yearwood with the takedown. There's the foul, and this will be our first yellow card without instance and without hesitation. Comes over, and Yearwood will be assessed the yellow card. You hear how the Holland College Hurricane faithful feel about that. So we have a player in the book. Not quite surprising seeing some of these times that, especially for St. Thomas, some of their matchups in the regular season. Of course, over the weekend, there were 5 yellow cards in one. Not really surprising here for the St. Thomas Tommies. 12 yellow cards in the regular season. That actually led the ACAA. Compared to 5 yellow cards here for the Holland College Hurricanes. That made them 7. So now sort of takes a little bit some of the intensity off there for St. Thomas. Now they know they have to really be careful, especially Yearwood, where with the yellow card gets another yellow one and he's done for. And you're already down 1-0. You really don't want to be down a man as well. Into the middle, passing Sule. Oh, getting the way of that was Okwuolu there for Holland. Snuffing out that one. Ryan McKinnon towards the net. That's easily stopped with the palms there by Lund. feeling a little bit of pressure there as Jardine comes in and tries to be a little bit of a nuisance, but of course Lund was wanting that all along, knowing he was going to pick it up, just trying to kill some time. Gets the ball back. A little bit too high there for Youssef. Lorenzo gets towards the middle there. We'll send it back to Gamba. He's got all kinds of time. Free space. Ellison. Felt a little bit of pressure there by Mullen. Now Gamba. Mullen once again was trying to chase it down there for St. Thomas. Ellison trying to direct traffic to set it up. Wanted to actually go to Gamba. Signaled to Lund to do it. May not have seen the signal to do that. Nezahayo turning on the Jets. Will send it over to the wide side there to Kobayashi. Picked off there by Youssef there momentarily for St. Thomas. Kobayashi with the strike into the box. Quickly cleared. And right there, Johnny on the spot. Jeff Mullen there for St. Thomas. Nice little one-on-one battle between him and Henry. And Henry comes up with the steal. Ellison threads the eye of the needle. Kobayashi tries to go wide here. Henry into the box. Knocked down by Pryor. Kicks it out. Youssef using his torso there to knock it down. Guarded there by Lorenzo. McKinnon just happy to send it upfield and at least get it out of their own goal-keeping area. Lund outside the box as Gamba will backpedal there for Holland College Hurricanes. Ellison quickly up. Kobayashi trying to spin away. Double team. Yearwood in there as well as Sule. Iatro. Nezahayo. Long ball. So long that it's not even going to get to any St. Thomas player. Lund will knock it down, keep it in play. Once again, picks up the ball and goes running, trying to get the free man. And they'll hit Gamba here, the goal scorer. Long gets the return pass. Youssef trying to close in there as they were hitting. Pass was intended for Keith. Lorenzo trying to shield away. Chasing after it. Here's another long ball. Lorenzo. And it's well guarded there by McKinnon. First year cornerback there for, center back, pardon me, for Fredericton. His first year. Lorenzo will add thoughts of throwing it in, but they'll adjust things and talk things over. And as we've seen a lot here over the weekend with Ellison will take the throw here for Holland. Taking the majority of the throw-ins. So they'll keep with that script and try to write something up. Lorenzo was coming, cutting towards Ellison. Back out to midfield. Jardine trying to go wide here on Iatro. You see all kinds of maroon jerseys there, really snuffing it out. And a corner coming up, corner number 3, I believe, here for St. Thomas. And Sule will take it. Bethlehem, New Hampshire is his home. Third year. As you see, like the camera does no justice. It's a lot brighter than what it is, but of course it is a foggy Sunday afternoon here in Halifax. Russell with a high ball, and it's sent out for a goal kick. Long not wasted any time as they try to break Lorenzo out, and he's chasing it down. Lorenzo, but you can also see how fast Youssef is. Hassan Youssef of Fredericton, New Brunswick, how quickly he is to come down on that. Closed in pretty quickly. Yearwood well read that and picked off. Challenge unsuccessful. Here goes Yearwood, starting to show why he was a CCAA All-Canadian. Yearwood cut towards the middle. Inside here, just outside the 6-yard box, and falling down was Jardine. Couldn't get a shot. There's a cross. Lund having difficulty, but a second effort by Lund. Collision with a couple of players there. Handshakes afterwards, but close call there, and that was the best chance there for the Tommies here to put one past Long to tie this up. And it was all started there by Yearwood. He read it and he was off to the races. Saw the pass pretty well, was telegraph pass, and went the other way with it. Did make it a scoring chance. I have to say it's probably one of the top 2 or 3 so far there for the St. Thomas Tommies in this match. Okuwowu, Gamba. Okuwowu once again, send it to the far side. Iatro there. Here's Henry. He's got Lorenzo on the wide side, also trying to hit Henry inside. Here's Keith. There's a result in a corner. Let's hear how the faithful of Holland College feels about that. Take a look at Lorenzo. The Stratford Prince Edward Island in his second year, second team All-Star, 3 goals in the regular season. There from distance, just on the corner there of the 18-yard box, or 18-meter box, with the strike was Nezahayo. Zamas, hopefully up. Not much in terms of injuries. We're getting probably close to the end, near the closing stages of the first half. See if they have any added time to go on. Andrew Henry, with a nice move. Henry trying to break Meisner, set him up, just inside the 18. No dice that time. Pryor, Russell, Pryor again, actually McKinnon. Kyle Yearwood. Under as they try to get something going here. Had a dangerous rush last time. A lot of it, of course, was thanks to the good work of Yearwood. They try to hit James Hill. He was on the run with speed. Nice fancy footwork there to keep it alive. Henry happy just to put it out. See, they'll with the throw in, may not be able to see it there from our camera position, but it is a throw in for St. Thomas. It eludes everybody. Long comes up with it, and it might have got a little blow and all of a sudden tempers start to flare as Long is down. Youssef coming into the box, clipped, lunged, and he's yet to get up. And Gamba let Youssef know about it, and he wasn't too happy about it. Second yellow card of the game, this one going to Youssef, number 6. So 2 players in the book here for St. Thomas. Youssef with the yellow card, Lund with a slight headache for now. Take a look at the officials. Hoskins, Joy, and McCormick. Lead ball up ahead. Kobayashi runs out of room, still manages to find a way to get a crossover right to Zamas, who quickly clears. In transition, St. Thomas Tommies, ball up in the air. Lund showed he's got some great volleyball skills as he pushed it and still managed to stay inside the 18 box there, 18-meter box. Lund not showing he's a great leader, but he's also got some great athleticism as he went there and volleyed it right to the side and quickly back into the 6-meter box. Ellison. There's Nezahayo. Henry. Offside the call. They look pretty good on that rush there, Holland, but in behind, and St. Thomas quickly working and getting in towards the midfield stripe. Tap back there by James Russell. Pryor. Lead ball up ahead there, bumped there by Jardine with his head. Russell. Here's Youssef trying to get away and elude Keith. Headed there by Okuwowu right to his goalkeeper Lund. Lund not showing any effects of that collision him and Youssef had. Youssef making sure that here brought in for offensive purposes, what I try to say, and there's a telegraph pass, and once again, Okuwowu saw that, was hoping to go off and go for it, run the other way with it for Holland. Yearwood. Youssef. Referee looking at his watch there, so keep an eye on that. So he must be getting close here to the closing stages. Free kick here for Holland. Holland will send it over. Ellison now. Upfield. Hunter with the head. Ayatro. Kobayashi. Too far for Lorenzo. Sabas will come out for St. Thomas. Sends it upfield. Good kick. Well done there by the goaltenders. He got a lot into it, but unsuccessful. And Samas coming out again. Gonna have a little bit of pressure there from Tegan Meisner, but 1 out of 10 in terms of pressure. It probably was, I don't know, maybe a 0.5. It's Ohio. St. George, New Brunswick's Henry once again as the referee blows his whistle to end the opening 45 minutes of play. First half is in the books. Gamba, the only one to score here in the opening 45 minutes of play. So 45 minutes still to come, and lots of soccer left to be played. And I know that definitely this St. Thomas University team under Fredericton will have a lot more to say about the outcome here. 2 yellow cards assessed in that first half, so they will go to the dressing room, try to figure things out, and try to see if they can get something past goaltender Lund and maybe try to make a good, decent effort here. And they'll have to try to score early in the second half, but they'll have to talk about it first at break time here. So, score. The Holland College Hurricanes 1, the St. Thomas Tommies no score. You are watching the 2018 ACAA Men's Soccer Championship Final from Halifax, Nova Scotia on ACAA TV.
Perfect. Like I really follow. You're breathing. I told you what it's so high, but I'm barely breathing. Do they know how many times you've been on that? Not the one you're allowed. Don't step on the blankets. If I were you, I'd go back. They will say to you, Mom, yep. They straight up will say to you, oh shit.
Absolutely not.
I do. We have better bowling and like.
That's okay. No.
It is, yeah, but I want that kind of thing. I think we're going over time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, in the 8th.
Yeah, and
Yeah. do have them booked on a red eye, so that's a good thing.
On the way back?
On the way back, yeah. So hopefully I can. Now? Oh, in the car? Yeah. Thanks. I mean, when I saw it was 14, I thought, I don't care for me. Like, I can stand it.
Have returned from the dressing rooms. They're getting ready for second half action, and so are we here at ACAA TV. The ACAA men's soccer final, second half underway. My name's Dan Hobson, delighted to give you the call here on this one. Only one goal to report, as you see. Gamba for Holland made it 1-0. If you just joined us, we'll get you a Cole's Notes version of what you have missed. Of course, nothing much in terms of scoring, as you see. In the meantime, trying to get things going here is Russell here for St. Thomas. And Lund coming out to dive and snuff that one out there for the Hurricanes. Okuwo, as we'll do that recap there. Of course, Gamba midway through the first half with the goal. Made something out of nothing and got the score. Make it 1-0. Couple of yellow cards there assessed in the first half. Both go to St. Thomas. One of them was to Yearwood. The other one was to Youssef. It's on Youssef. There's a cross, and Okuo puts it out. Oh, hands are good there for Long, weren't they? He makes that big save. Palms up. Best chance there for St. Thomas of the game comes in the early stages of the second half. There's a header there by Pryor. Not sure what Coach Boris had said to the team, but boy, they've really taken it to heart, haven't they? Scoring chances, they've come out guns a-blazing, fist on fire. Look fantastic so far here. John Ryan Morrison, the head coach, as I mentioned. And they know pretty well important that it really, if they want to make a game of it, have to strike early here in the second half. Can't really afford to give up anything more. There's the foul. It'll be assessed there to Nezahayu. And he's now in the book. Nezahayu with a yellow card. Third yellow card assessed here in the match. Back underway. McKinnon chips it towards the box. Lund Been fantastic all year for this team. Once again, answers the bell on that play. Ellison, Gamba. Happy to put it back to the goaltender. Starting to get a little more brighter here, but of course, as the brightness comes, also the low pressure system in the area is going to slide away, and once that happens, then the temperature will drop. My camera operator, who's running you the picture right now, as you see, Brian Fisher, say that it was going to get a little bit colder. Showers, of course, start up there by 5, so hopefully they'll hold off and be able to get this one in. But temperature also going to drop as well. But right now it's just a foggy, overcast sky. Rain that fell while the game wasn't being played. There's a kick and a strike there by Kobayashi as he was off to the races and stopped there by Zamas. Results in a corner kick. We've seen this a lot, of course. It's out of our view of our cameras right now, but you'll just have to trust me. Lorenzo taking the corner kick here for the Holland College Hurricanes off the left foot. And you'll see the ball coming to your screen in just a couple of seconds. There it is. And there's a shot, and it just rolls wide. Good chance there for Holland maybe to get a little bit of insurance. Didn't work that time. Boy, he's got some speed, doesn't he? Number 5, E.B. Okuwowu. Has some jets. Into touch there. Holland ball. Ben Hoskins, Shang Choi, Tony McCormick. Fantastic job officiating here so far. 3 yellow cards, so they have been busy here this afternoon. 50-50 ball up for grabs. St. Thomas has the 4 jerseys back, but boy, they don't look really too comfortable. Pryor trying to chase it down, and Lorenzo, whoa, he goes down, and that's what we were seeing yesterday, and he seems to be okay, but there's like, might be about 3 or 4 feet from the touch line, and then there's pavement, and you go running, and you go sliding. And luckily, he seems to be okay. We saw one of the players actually slide into the stands yesterday, so. Ball up ahead, but once again too far out of the reach, and Lund covers up and then hits the dirt there to try to protect it even more. Slippery surface. Seen the slippery pavement seconds ago there for Lorenzo. Still kind of slick there on the pitch. Zamas. McKinnon. His first year gets the return pass. Not liking what's going on up the middle. Decides to go to Hunter on the outside. There's Hunter with the chip. Trying to go for the header was Russell. Oh, there's a collision once again. Seems to be okay, both guys. Russell and Lund. And no foul either, so play continues on. Pryor gets position on Kobayashi. Steering it away so that the goalkeeper there for the St. Thomas Tommies, Zamas, can come up with it. Yearwood, we saw this in the first half, make a nice little run down the field. If they can get him going, so goes the Tommies. You've seen that with his hardware they took home Friday night. CCA All-Canadian, 5 goals. Second in the category for the St. Thomas Tommies in that. And first team All-Star out of Barbados. Into the middle. Trying to break loose there for Jardine. And that's blocked, and Holland goes the other way. The pass goes awry. For the meantime, shortage of balls, so one of the balls has to go from that they have for the goaltenders has to go over to the side there. Slight delay, play back underway. Into the middle, trying to hit it was Russell. Miss on that time. Lorenzo starting to put on the jets, and you can see the hair flowing, knowing that he's got some big wheels. Into touch.
Hard time.
Whistles is going to send them back. Connor Keefe throwing in. Lorenzo. As Yerwood tried to get his head on it, unsuccessful, but Tommies with 2 jerseys back. Hunter up the middle. Send it over to Russell now. Russell, pass was a little bit too far there for Pryor, but he went back for it. Okuowu gets his toe on it and get another chance to put it right on to Nezahayo. Following up, Keith, Lorenzo, Kobayashi onside, slips, tried to get a shot while he was down, unsuccessful as it rolls to the touchline. Lorenzo put on the brakes just in enough time so he'd have to slide over that concrete. Saw that earlier. All of a sudden your momentum's taking you just such a short lip before you end up going to that little track that they have around here. Ellison on that aforementioned concrete as he throws this in here for the Holland College Hurricanes. And right on. And some offs trying to quicken the pace. Trying to get and spring loose these Tommy players, one of them being Russell, and he was trying to head it up there. Jardine going to try to track it down. Lorenzo with the head, right back to Lung. Once again, you hear the Hurricane faithful. Gamba. Nice little touch to the side. That's picked off by St. Thomas. Trying to run it down. Wilton, pardon me, Osage into the game here for Toronto. Second half substitution here for the St. Thomas Tommies. First year winger out of Toronto, Benson Osage. Zamas. Pryor, he's got some room. Into the middle for Yearwood. Maroon jerseys all surrounded him pretty quickly. Keems, Russell. Boots a couple of players, but he puts it right onto the shin guards there of Henry. Connor Keith, pardon me. Said Henry, here he comes. And onto the races is Lorenzo. Hunter coming up, one-on-one challenge. Tries to win it, did momentarily. Stu picks it off. And in transition going the other way, James Hill and Rossi. Yearwood would settle down there. There's a strike using the left foot. And that eludes everybody and goes out. You see it, they're trying to break loose Jardine there. It didn't, came up, broke that time.
Go, boys.
Gamba will go across the pitch. Iatro at Halifax playing in his hometown. Probably has family members here in attendance. Kobayashi and Yearwood, the battle of the All-Canadians. Kobayashi with the strike! And the goal! Kobayashi! The outstretched fingertips of Sabas couldn't come up with that one, and it makes it 2-0. Top scorer for the Hurricanes in the season was 7 goals, 20 points overall, and has their second goal of the match. Listening to there to the Holland College fans showing appreciation, and here they are coming back for more. Lorenzo on the outside, well challenged there by Ryan McKinnon. closing the door momentarily. Corner kick coming up. Lorenzo to take it. Kobayashi threading the eye of the needle seconds ago. Finding it, put it in the back of the net. See if Lorenzo goes short with this. Headed out there by St. Thomas. There's the Ohio. And Zamas there trying to quicken the pace. Okuowu was in the kitchen there. Zamas momentarily. Yearwood is calling traffic momentarily, but he hands the ball off to Pryor. James Hill. McKinnon. Hunter and Yearwood are going to have to basically take this team by the bootstraps here and say, let's go, Stu. Ain't done yet. Both teams, of course, going to represent the ACAA at the Nationals. They're going to be in Charlottetown. Wouldn't that be something if they kind of met each other here for the CCA final? In Charlottetown. Need to touch and... Oh, face-to-face, Lorenzo and Pryor. Official gets in on that before anything gets... They were pretty close, eh? The official now getting together. Talk to them.
2-0.
Handshakes now. Good to see.
Closer than I thought it would be.
Cooler heads that prevail. Kind of a term we're used to hear in hockey. Don't often hear it in football, as the British like to call soccer. Cooler heads have prevailed here in the old soccer game. We're back underway. Ball just outside the 6-yard box. 6 feet of box. Back to midfield. Trying to get some position there is Meisner.
Game started at 2:30. I don't know if I can this 3:41. I don't think games go on that though.
Just sort of see the Just take a look at the shot there of the benches. Here you see the bench there of Holland. Players standing up. And for St. Thomas. Here. Oh, nice move there by Russell. And well defended there by Holland at the last second before he could get a shot. Between his midfield strike and the 18-yard box. Lorenzo trying to cut through. McKinnon, great positioning there. Comes up with the ball there for St. Thomas. Going end to end now is McKinnon. Trying to go wide there on Keith. Good rush. End of the day, doesn't get a shot. Going to be a corner here for St. Thomas. Actually, it's going to be a throw in for St. Thomas. Russell. Ready to throw this in here. As Pryor, you see the back, they'll go try to put it in the box. They need to generate something offensively. Yearwood bounces over his foot. Osage lost it. Here's Yearwood from distance. And Lund, you can just sort of see he has got some great technique in terms of stopping shots there. As we look at the goaltender there. Out of Montague, Prince of Rhode Island, in his second year with the team. And I know one thing for sure, it's going to be definitely a great week of soccer, but it's also going to be a great week of entertainment. So if you have the chance to go and partake and see some of the CCAA Soccer Championships in Charlottetown, by all means, just bundle up. Nice little challenge there by Holland, sends it right down, and the appreciative Holland College Hurricane fans, including the women's soccer team, showing their love for their team. Hunter. Okuowu goes down. Feet get tangled. Seiji trying to set up Jardine. Jardine missed by Butch. It sails towards the corner. Can they keep it alive? No, they can't. Goes out. Close Close call there. Ball in the corner. Meister tried to go for a run here for Holland. Too far out of his reach. Hunter might have needed just enough there for Smoss to come out, big play to McKinnon. Russell. Sule. The other side. Hill. Osage. Got some Jets trying to set up in the middle. They bring it to the middle where the party is. Here's Yearwood. Once again with the strike and not on goal. Yearwood's had his chances, but it's been from well out, and it hasn't really hit the mark there. So Holland College Hurricanes done a good job of containing Yearwood so far. Said St. Thomas Tommies came in to the ACAA. Third and goal scored with 22. And the Holland College Hurricanes, of course, number one with 37. They had broke open the floodgates in their game yesterday against MSVU for 7. It was a tough afternoon for Abraham, the goaltender there for MSVU.
Yeah, boy, control.
Okuolu
Get that
with
ball,
the header.
man, get that ball.
Yearwood
Control that, yeah.
settling it down. Nice little feet work there. Can he come up with the ball? No, it will be Holland once again as Ellison has some room. Gets it to midfield. Going down to the knee to block that one. There is Hunter.
Yeah, boy, keep playing, keep
Challenge
playing.
there. Nezahayo goes down, but play continues on. Been impressed with this gentleman's play. Russell there. There's a challenge and a tackle. And a yellow card there assessed to Okuolu. That's our 4th yellow of the game. Okuolu in the book. 4 yellow cards so far and a free kick. Unfair challenge as you saw. Ryan McKinnon teeing it up, the 4-man wall set up here for the Holland College Hurricanes. Ibi Okuolu in the book as well as Nezahayo for Holland. And a yellow assessed to Yusuf and Yearwood for St. Thomas. A free kick not really that dangerous that time there for St. Thomas. Hunter there trying to set up Sule. Osage couldn't settle it down there for St. Thomas. They'll get a second chance. One-on-one challenge taking on Nezahayo. Looking for a call. Goes in to touch, none forthcoming, and before they ever decide to throw it in, they have second plans. This time Russell will take the throw in. Osage. And blocked by the Nezahayo, and back out goes. Jonathan Voss showing he's still got good hands there. Head coach of the Holland College Hurricanes. Inside the 18-yard box. But for about a New York minute, sent back down there by Holland to midfield. Hunter's head gets a little piece of that one. Osage. Yearwood. Not sure if he saw the pass, was trying to get it to Mullen. Mullen was going one way, wasn't really looking. Down is Nezahayo here for the Holland College Hurricanes. Official coming to take a look at him. And for Yearwood, that's a close call. So, of course, foul to Yearwood in the St. Thomas Tommies. He's already in the book for yellow. You know, the official wants to make sure that he can not give one team any advantage, but so he had a little conversation with him. Iatro to the wing. and into touch. Substitution coming up here. Jonah Wilton will come in for Ibi Okuowu. Okuowu getting some appreciation, some applause here from the Holland College faithful that are in attendance. Wilton, of course, is from Vernon River, Prince Edward Island in his third year. Got some size to him at 6'2". Gentle of a giant, maybe. Wilton. McKinnon. That didn't have, had a little bit of disaster on there for him, but he seems to be all right. Unscathed. Kobayashi was in the neighborhood for him. Yearwood. Nice fancy footwork. Trying to get Osage, and that goes out too far, and been seeing that a lot here so far in the match there for St. Thomas. Cameras might have been able to pick up the microphone here, and that Lund said, get up, and it was a decoy all alone as they plays it to Gamba. Goes short with it. Stretch pass. Hunter back. Safely sends it to the sideline for a throw in here from the Hurricanes.
20 minutes, I think. 20 minutes.
Gamba once again. No pressure to the middle. Ayatro. Keith. Kobayashi. Kobayashi crosses. Zamas, there's a strike, and no, that was a close one there. Meisner had a chance maybe to put the final touches on this one, as Zamas had difficulty handling it, and the strike not on target. Keeps it a 2-goal game. Morrison to Pryor. Pryor at midfield there. Lorenzo on top of him, making him uncomfortable. Nothing much brewing here for St. Thomas. I'll send it back to the goalkeeper, Zamas, well outside the 18. Morrison again. McKinnon, pardon me. Lead Paul. Pryor there with the cross, but he was running out of real estate, did a bang enough job just to get there to try to get the cross. Lung once again will go short there to Keith. Kobayashi, quick little pass to Lorenzo, nice passing. Nezahayo. And they're able to get on the same page that time. Zamas will keep it in, trying to keep play going here for the St. Thomas Tommies. Not afraid to leave that 18-meter box. Spinning away. Sule. Nice little feet work there by Jardine, trying to get away. Foul called against Holland, free kick. St. Thomas knows that they need to, the next 3 good scoring chances down on the Holland side of the pitch, need to start to get some goals here. Ryan McKinnon into the box, and it's in! Well done, Ryan McKinnon, as he gets the goal with the spot. That's what they needed, and it's 2-1. A fantastic, beautiful strike. Makes it 2-1. You love the sport, you have to love that nice little strike there by McKinnon. They needed that. Substitution as Mullen is going to the bench. And Youssef back in here for St. Thomas. Saw him substituted there in the first half, coming back in here in the second. Ryan McKinnon. They said Meisner, but that was Holland. So it is Ryan McKinnon with the goal there, making it 2-1. And they're looking for more. Jardine, can he break free? Lund. And Lund dives, and Jardine goes over the top of Lund. Ryan McKinnon, beautiful goal. As really nothing that Lund could do about it. It was just beautiful place. Took advantage of the free kick, making it a 2-1 game. Yearwood trying to go wide here, near side, Pryor. And they can't click on that occasion. St. Thomas here. Oh, getting away with a free handball possibly. Holland wanted the call. They didn't get it. They have a little bit of a point. Looked like it did hit the arm of the STU player. The play will continue on, according to Hoskins, Choi, and McCormick. The officials here for this one. Pryor. Oh, they were trying to hit Youssef there. That's picked off. Kobayashi had a chance. Kobayashi again. Nice little chip. Keith into the 18. Sent back there by Yearwood. Nice little touch there to his goalkeeper. So Moss will go to the other side here. Started the day with fog. Fog is cleared. It's just an overcast day right now. Field drying up. McKinnon. Nice little feet work there by Osage. Osage. One-on-one. Guarded there by Henry. Chips it in and trying to go after it. Gamba will escort the ball outside the line. Hand it to his goalkeeper for a goal kick. Take a look at that shot right there, and you see the officials, of course, the off-field officials. Fantastic job they've done, putting in long hours to make sure these championships go smooth here, and they've done a fantastic job. They're the ones down there by the van. Ellison, big air on that. Hunter heads it towards midfield, right onto the foot of Lorenzo. Kobayashi trying to run down Youssef. Pryor goes down, a tackle there on Lorenzo. Of course, those two, they bumped heads. I mean, well, didn't really bump heads, but had a disagreement and weren't seen eye to eye momentarily. Minutes ago in the second half, and you can sort of see things starting to get unraveled as a free kick coming up here to the Holland College Hurricanes. Russell almost hand tackled, pretty well had his hand on the jersey of the Holland player, called for the foul, resulting in the free kick for Holland. Owen looking to try to get that insurance goal back. They're into the 18. Cleared that quickly. Into the STU bench. Into touch. Coach Morris said tell them to quick the tempo, and just as soon as he says to do that, the players hurry things up. Jardine getting away with a little bit of a push. Not so much, because he was blown down there for the foul. Substitution coming up here. And the appreciative crowd as Tegan Meisner is going off here for Holland College Hurricanes. Fantastic championship for him. And Zach Lund will come in for Holland. And the Holland faithful showing appreciation to Tegan Meisner. Fantastic season in his first year. Meantime, Jardine hoping here to try to equalize here on this chance. Kobayashi with the nice footwork to knock it down, trying to spring loose. Lund. Zumas comes out. Zach Lund, the midfielder. Second season here at a Montague, Prince Edward Island. Into the game. Lorenzo. As they manage once again to walk the tightrope and keep it in. Osage trying to track it down. Guiding it out the rest of the way is Allison there for Holland. And now he'll pick it up and throw it in. Nice strong throw. Knocked down there by Hill. He'll take it once again as it goes into touch. Can Henry get a shot? No, he'll run out of real estate. But it hit a Stu player in the process. And a corner coming up. And Kobayashi will go and take this here for the Hurricanes. And a fantastic championship game. A lot of action. A lot of good saves as well as a lot of good plays. Into the box and out the other side. McKinnon trying to track it down. Can't. And this time another corner coming up, and this time will be on the near side. Nezahayo will take it. Left foot. See if he goes short or decides to curl into the box, and does. It's inside the 18, inside the 6. Now it's out. And here comes St. Thomas. Back the other way. James Russell. Russell on a nice run and cleared. Coming back was Connor Keith before Russell could get a shot. Quick inbound here by St. Thomas. Yearwood. Yearwood makes a nice move. Cuts towards the middle. Yearwood with the strike, but that's right on. Lund only had to maybe move a step towards his left there to make that catch. There's the header there. Kobayashi. Foul called against Holland. McKinnon quickly working. Pass picked off. They're trying to hit Osage once again. Cleared by Holland to midfield. Quickly with it is Hill there on the throw in here for St. Thomas. Osage with the header. Hunter. Nezahayo down once again. Foul to St. Thomas. You can see the intensity sort of pick up for both these teams, can't you? Gamba, of course, opened the scoring here. The long ball. McKinnon, of course, was the last one to score there for St. Thomas. Make it a 2-1 game. Kobayashi, of course, struck here. Has so far what would be the game-winning goal. More substitutions coming in here. Kobayashi is going to go and be a spectator for this as Thomas Ford out of North Wiltshire, Prince Edward Island, in his first year is going to come in and see some action as Kobayashi hears the love from the Holland faithful in attendance. High fives there from the coaching staff. Still work left to be done here for both of these teams. Into touch for Holland. Ball a little bit too far there for Henry. Zamas was going to come out a bit and then looked like the McKinnon knocked him off, but ended up they changed their mind. And now McKinnon now turns on the Jets and hits midfield. Looking around, the ball was one way. He was offside in the process. Hassan Youssef. Pass wasn't really on anyway. He was going one way, the ball was going the other, so wasn't going to work from the get-go. Offside. As Iatro will tee it up here for Holland. He'll go short here. Keith. Knocking it down. There's Zach Lung. There's a boot for well out and a stop by Zamas with the big padded gloves on that strike there by Henry. Just inside the 18. Big stop there. Keeping it a 2-1 game, pardon me. McKinnon now looking forward, looks to the heavens. Uses his chest to send it back there to the goalkeeper. Zamas, big strike. Ellison there with the head. Oh, once again here for a throw in here by St. Thomas. Gamba. Yearwood there with the left foot. Lorenzo couldn't knock it down. Can Pryor get across? Yes, he does. Nobody there for St. Thomas for a header. Osage will cross there. Once again, Russell tries to get his head on it. Jardine trying to keep it alive. Jumps up as the ball goes out of bounds, and St. Thomas players reacting, what if? A little bit of frustration as Yearwood, might not see him on camera, looking to the sky in disgust for the meantime here for St. Thomas. Brandon Lund now, of course, with Zach Lund in the game. We have Brandon Lund, so of course, make sure not to get those names mixed up. Of course, one's a goalkeeper, Zach Lund there. A foul called. Free kick, St. Thomas. Zamas will take it, so all men downfield here for the white jersey St. Thomas Tommies out of Fredericton. There's the header into the box. Osage with a wild kick and well out. Just had to really react. Really didn't get a chance to really take a look-see. Another substitution here coming in. Tajir Shep will come in. And for Andrew Hendry. Shep is out of Kentville, Nova Scotia. In his second year, he takes golf club management. So learning how to manage a golf course. Sounds like a fun program. Getting a chance to be at the golf course during the summertime. This is in his future goals. Is in his second year. Tajir Shep. Throw in. You see that they all kinds of speedy legs out here for St. Thomas here, looking here to try to get the equalizer. Iffy Young back into the match. There's a long ball. McKinnon going back, looking over his shoulder. She's Shep there, hands it to his goalkeeper, but leaves a big present there for Lorenzo. Can Lorenzo get a shot? No. As McKinnon gets back, there's a chip towards the net, And over. A chance there to get. It's an insurance goal. Zamas. No man's land there a couple of seconds ago. And the Holland College Hurricane fans starting to get revved up once again here at Mayland Commons. Shep working hard here. Oh, takes down Hunter. There's an easy foul to call. Pryor was going to take it, but then McKinnon says, I'll take it. We'll readjust. And you can see, you might be able to see Pryor working pretty hard. He's been in this pretty well since the opening whistle. Really tired. Nezahayo there trying to get going. To the outside, Zach Lung. Was thinking about going back for it, but he's called off there by Ellison. Here's Yearwood. He had a nice little rush there in the first half. Trying to break loose. Youssef there will get some position. Can he hold the ball in? Does momentarily. Kicked back out. And Nezahayo, as you can see, sort of feeling a little back of his hamstring there momentarily there for the Holland College Hurricane number 3. Out of Rwanda. There's a tackle there. Free kick here for St. Thomas. Late stages, second half. And all of a sudden, big wall being set up here. Yearwood has a chance to strike from distance. Keith and Lorenzo were talking, just a one-man wall here. Yearwood with the strike. And it was on the mark, but well high. And out. All of a sudden, taking a look, trying to do some cheerleading. There he is. Alec Iatro, the first team All-Star, trying to get the fans revved up. And just on cue, they give him what he wants. There it is. You can hear them. Zamas well out. And the ball was going to roll and roll wide. You can see right now for St. Thomas, all hands on deck. Getting into the late stages. We're into extra time now. Didn't see what got put on as that's falling to play. Believe it may be 3 minutes, so St. Thomas now. There's no tomorrow pretty well. All hands on deck. Zamas well out. He's at the midfield stripe. Out of your picture right now. Well outside the box. Pressure being mounted there here by St. Thomas. They're looking here for the equalizer. They're also Holland looking for a call. Both players going down. There is a foul, and it is going against Holland, and it's just outside the 18. Right close to the radius circle. Got some late minute drama here as you see them tee it up. Yearwood, Jardine. Talk it over. The wall set up and the official making sure that everything is set up to perfection here on this big kick. Russell was involved in the conversation as well, so you've got 3 great strikers here that could take it. Russell, Jardine, and Yearwood. But it will be Jardine! And it doesn't get through. Blocked in, Yearwood has to chase it down. And it's sent down, and that Zamas will have to go and retrieve it, and you see him go down there. Will have to work quickly, and he'll bring it up the field and chip it. Oh, nice little play there as Iatro comes up with the big play, and coming up with an injury is Russell. He's down just outside the 6-meter box. Seems to be okay. Gets a bat in the back there from Iatro. You can see him hobble as he comes to do the throw in here for St. Thomas. Referee looking at his whistle as well as the off-field official. Header up for grabs. Hunter in there as well. Yearwood with the strike. And out. Lund wanting everybody to go upfield. It definitely is a good idea here to kick it out of harm's way, send it down. Once again, the off-field official looking at his watch. Must be just seconds away. Trying to chip it over Zamas, but it's not on target and it goes out. Maybe one last dash here for the Tommies. Pryor has lots of room as all the maroon jerseys are back guarding here. Trying to close the door here on what could be a possible rush. One last rush. McKinnon there for Yearwood. Well defended there by Wilton. Yearwood blocked there. Doesn't get through. And there it is. The whistle has gone. And once again, the soccer championship will go back to the Holland College Hurricanes, winning their 4th as the players from the bench, the fans jump onto the field and embrace the team. And the St. Thomas Tommies may be disappointed now, but they will still be attending the CCAA Nationals in Charlottetown, representing the ACAA. 2-1 the final. Handshakes at center field, as you see. So pretty well this weekend, pretty well was the way that the regular season went. The number 1 team won in both the men's and the women's side. Of course, actually, pardon me on that, a little bit of a flipping here. Off camera, may not be able to see it there as Okuwowu does a couple of flips there, showing he's got some gymnastic skills, but the number 1 St. Thomas Tommies on the women's side went down to defeat by MSVU, but for St. Thomas just not enough here to do it this afternoon against Holland College Hurricanes. It was a well-played match, and each team had their chances, but of course, when you have the reigning player of the year in Kobayashi, and well, he made the difference, getting the what eventually be the game-winning goal to carry Holland to the victory here this afternoon. And the thing is that got to look at it this way. These teams, this isn't over yet. Right now you could say that the battle won by the Holland College Hurricanes being the champions, but you know that the CCA Nationals in a couple of weeks, teams may face each other once again. And hopefully it's for definitely take home some hardware into the playoff rounds. So as you see, there's the executive director of ACAA, Ron O'Flaherty, getting ready to hand out the hardware presentations. And the medals there to Holland and St. Thomas. And you can hear off camera that the St. Thomas, or pardon me, that the Holland College Hurricanes showing appreciation to the fans. Jonathan Voss, head coach, getting handshakes here, showing appreciation to his players. And for St. Thomas, might be a little bit of a tougher road there to the CCAA final, but they looked really well going down to defeat this afternoon. They played their hearts out, and they have nothing to be hanging their heads down. I know they're disappointed now, but eventually, you know, in due time, they're going to say we did very good, fantastic. So I want to thank the entire committee here for having us here from Mount St. Vincent University. It's been a delight, and we're going to take it down to field level for the presentation of the banner and the trophy. So for the entire ACAA TV crew, my name is Dan Hobson. Thank you. It's been a pleasure to bring you these championships. And this is the home for ACAA Athletics, ACAA TV. So long for now, folks. And enjoy the hardware presentation.
Here are the 2018 ACAA Silver Medalists, the St. Thomas University Tommies. Goalkeeper number 1, Raleigh McLeod. Goalkeeper number 1, George Dismas. Number 3, Kyle Yearwood. Number 4, Jeff Mullen. Number 5, Juan Diego Corin. Number 6, Hassan Yusuf. Number 7, James Hill. Number 8, Philip Schwintek. Number 9, David Effanen. Number 10, Alex Fouette. Number 11, James Russell. Number 12, John Hunter. Number 15, Ryan McKinnon. Number 17, Jetly Jolene. Number 18, Eric Pryor. Number 19, Nancy Marcia. Number 20, Benson Osani. Number 21, Jose Garvia. Assistant coaches are Ryan McViddle, Joe Ross, Matt Forrester. Head coaches, Giant Ryan Morrison. Here are the 2018 ACAA gold medalists. For Holly College Hurricanes, number 1, Brandon Lund. Number 2, Keegan Carter. Number 3, Theo Gaseho. Number 4, Connor Key. Number 5, EB. Number 6, Bobby Gamba. Number 7, Alex Lorenzo. Number 8, Harrison Ellis. Number 9, Aleko Atiro. Number 10, Garrett Reed. Number 11, Andrew Henry. Number 12, Thomas Ford. Number 13, James Bryant. Number 14, Jonathan McKenzie. Number 15, Tegan Meisner. Number 16, Zach Lund. Number 17, Ihad Mufasa. Number 18, Shanya Kobayashi. Number 19, Ben Danton. Number 20, Jonah Wilton. Number 21, Sheard Shep. Number 22, Mahib Sapa. Number 23, Nevin Anir Smith. No, number 24, Mohammed Mufasa. Number 26, Oscar Dubas. And assistant coaches are Thomas Craig, Brennan Eagle, and head coaches Jonathan Voss. Congratulations to the captains of the Holland College Hurricanes. Please come up and accept your well-deserved ACAA Championship banner and trophy. Congratulations to both teams on a great match. Ladies and gentlemen, RCA Soccer Championship is over. Thank you very much for coming out, and thank you very much to the volunteers. See you next year.
losing in the finals and that like that's winning is good, losing is worse. Oh, Daisy.